Well, welcome to another episode of The Today Show. I'm Dr. Cherie, your host for The Today Show and the founder of the Live Today Foundation, where our mission is to provide joy-free compression garments to under-resourced cancer survivors living with lymphedema and to educate professionals and individuals on how to properly treat their lymphedema diagnosis. Again, I'm Dr. Cherie, and you are watching the Live Today Show right here on CAN TV, Channel 21. Our foundation, the Live Today Foundation, was forged by myself after my cancer diagnosis and the second disease process that I received after my treatment, and that is lymphedema. So thank God that I am cured from the breast cancer. 12 years out, God is good, but I'm left with yet another disease, lymphedema. And the reality of this disease caused me to appreciate and realize how many individuals are unaware of this disease process, although they are living with it. And then it also made me aware of the financial impact and burden that treating this disease can have on cancer survivors after they have beat that first battle, that first huge life-threatening battle of getting over and getting through their breast cancer diagnoses. And so the Live Today Foundation was forged where we have three primary goals. One is to educate physicians and other healthcare practitioners on how to properly diagnose lymphedema and to make them aware of the psychosocial impacts of lymphedema on a survivor's life. Number two, we educate patients about the importance of lymphedema and the importance of making sure that they get their compression garments, that they undergo their lymphatic massage, to do it daily themselves and or to have a clinical professional do it for them when they're initially diagnosed, but then teach them how to do it themselves once they are out of care. And then finally, and most importantly, we provide free, yes, you heard me right, free compression garments to cancer survivors who are under-resourced, who are facing financial difficulties, and are unable to afford the very much needed compression garments in order to treat this disease. And so we are very, very grateful for our sponsors and our partners in allowing us to get this done. And if you want to know more information about the Live Today program, I want to share this with you while our producer gets us keyed up for part two of what I want to go over with you today, which is going to be some COVID-19 financial assistance for people living with cancer. We're going to cover part two on today, and then I'm going to cover part three in our next show. And so if you are interested in learning more about the Live Today Foundation, please go out to www.live-today.org. You can feel free to shoot us an email at info@live-today.org. You can certainly also feel free to give us a call at 754-220-0234. And if you're one of those individuals that like to be on social media, you can find us there as well. We can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at livetoday.org. That is Live Today, DOTORG. And you can also find us out on YouTube. Just put in a search engine, the Live Today Show, and you will be able to find all past recordings of the Live Today Show. We would love for you to go out there, take a listen, and look-see at our past shows. Give us your questions, your comments, and engage with us there. We are here to help you, and if there is additional information that you would like to see, please make a suggestion because we are indeed here for service for you. And so in our last show, I covered some opportunities for free financial assistance for cancer patients and their families who are living through COVID-19. We know that this has caused a tremendous impact financially in the lives of thousands upon thousands of individuals. And so I want to share some resources where you can get some additional help. If you weren't made aware of them, this is my opportunity to do so now. And please know that as you are seeing this, if you are unable to jot everything down, if you don't have a phone where you're able to click the different screens, all of this information will be in the notes section when this edition is posted to our YouTube channel. So it will be made available to you there. So without further ado, let me jump on in. And today we are going to cover COVID-19 financial assistance for people living with cancer. This is part 2. Part 1 was shared in a previous show. And there I believe I covered like sources A through L. And so now we're going to pick up through L through, I don't know, I think it's P, but we'll see. And then whatever I don't cover in this session, I will cover in the next show so that you can have all of these resources available to you. And so without further ado, there is the Merck Patient Assistance Program. Now, this program provides for certain medicines and adult vaccines free of charge to eligible individuals who, without assistance, could not afford the prescribed Merck products that they need. And so please, if you're using a Merck product, they are providing free medications and free adult vaccines to you if you are eligible. The next resource is, and I know that there's a lot on the screen, but that was just a lot for me to cover for you, but the National Organization for Rare Disorders. Here is their website. But this organization has recognized that at this time of crisis and with the health, safety, and well-being of patients and their caregivers, as its top priorities, the National Organization for Rare Disorders, otherwise known as NORD, it launched its COVID-19 Critical Relief Program to provide much-needed assistance to members of the rare disease community affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the program provides financial relief that may be utilized to support critical non-medical needs, providing financial assistance to help meet the unique needs of the rare disease community. And that has been central to NORD's mission for over 37 years. And so this program enables them to provide desperately needed support to rare disease community members whose lives have been directly impacted by the current pandemic. And so through the new program, NORD will provide financial assistance to eligible patients covering up to $1,000 a year. It provides funds for essential expenses, including but not limited to unexpected utility expenses, cellular or internet service, emergency repairs to your car, home, or major appliances, and will help cover rent or mortgage payment assistance. So be sure to check out NORD. That's the National Organization for Rare Disorders. Next, I'd like to share with you the National Pancreatic Cancer Foundation. The following is a list of the bills that will be considered through their financial assistance program. Listen to me now. And so I want you to understand that the resources that I'm providing you are not just for medical resources, which is why I love that these organizations has extended their help and their reach during this difficult time. Now, through the National Pancreatic Cancer Foundation, you can get assistance to help with rent and mortgage, phone bills that include cable or internet. Phone bills that include cable or internet will not be considered. But there is a breakdown of the actual cost of the phone line that must be required, and then they will cover any phone expenses. They're looking to help cover electricity, gas bills, water bills, or if you use propane. Do note that bills cannot be in another person's name unless that person is the patient's spouse. And the bills cannot be on an automatic payment system with the creditor because they are unable to intercept that payment for you. So although there are some restrictions to the program, it is possible, if you have it on automatic payment, for a period of time, stop the automatic payment so that the National Pancreatic Cancer Foundation can come in and assist you. Next, there is an organization called Needy Meds. That is Needy Meds, MEDS. There are many private or government organizations offering help with healthcare costs and financial hardships for those impacted by the COVID-19 coronavirus. So some of these programs are national in scope, while others may be limited to people in specific states. Most have some type of eligibility requirements, usually regarding financial need caused by the diagnosis. And so when you go out to Needy Meds, what you will see there is a number of programs that you can look through, read through their requirements, and apply for. Some of them are on a national scale, others may be limited to specific states. But what this does is that it allows you the opportunity to apply on the national scale for one program, and potentially there may be other programs that are state specific for you that you can also apply for. So Needy Meds is another organization for you to check out. Now again, I want you guys to remember, if you want to know more about the Live Today Foundation, we are still here for you during this COVID-19 pandemic. Compression garments are still being mailed out. When the requests come in, we fulfill them. There was a period of time when everything was kind of shut down, but now our suppliers are up and running. And so if you are in need of free compression garments, please go out to our website at www.live-today.org and complete the Contact Us form. Or you can shoot us an email at info@live-today.org. Just let us know that you are in need of compression garments, or you have a family member or a friend or some dear loved one, or you may even be speaking out on behalf of your neighbor. Be sure to contact us via email and just let us know what you need. Our staff is waiting here to help you. We will reach back out, send you a very simple, easy donee application. It pretty much is just telling us what you were diagnosed, when you were diagnosed, what type of symptoms you're having, whether or not you've been in compression garments before, who was your previous manufacturer. We'd like to line you up with the same manufacturer, maybe the same style if that's what you like, and then send you a link where you're able to pick out the various different designs and colors that you would like, and they get mailed directly to you. So again, remember, the Live Today Foundation is here for you. And so now let me get back to our resources. So we talked about Needy Meds. Now let's talk about an organization called Oncolink. Oncolink. Oncology standing for cancer. So this is a cancer link, but it is termed Oncolink. This website provides links to several cancer service organizations who have limited funding available to provide emergency financial assistance for individuals with cancer affected by the COVID-19 crisis. Funds are limited now, and so if you are eligible and need emergency funding for things like groceries, transportation, to chemotherapy, so that you can avoid public transportation, child care, and other expenses that help you stay safe at home, apply today. Go out to Oncolink and apply today if you're looking for emergency funding for things like groceries, transportation, to chemotherapy, child care, and other expenses that will help you to stay safe while at home. Then there is the Patient Access Network Foundation, also known as PAN, to help affected patients cope with unprecedented financial stress related to the COVID-19 outbreak. They're offering direct assistance of $300 on a prepaid debit card for individuals who have been diagnosed with COVID-19 or directed to self-quarantine due to COVID-19. Get this now, a $300 prepaid debit card for individuals who have been diagnosed with COVID-19 or directed to self-quarantine due to COVID-19. Eligible patients can use the financial support for treatment expenses for COVID-19, over-the-counter and prescription medications, medical equipment and supplies, and groceries and meals including delivery services. So reach out to the Patient Access Network Foundation, PAN, because eligible patients can use this $300 prepaid debit card for treatment expenses related to COVID-19, over-the-counter and prescription medications, medical equipment and supplies, groceries and meals, including delivery services. I mean, my goodness, PAN knows how to do it and they're doing it well. Now, let me tell you this. Right now for PAN, they are not currently accepting applications for new or renewal patients. But here is why I told you about the program. Because they do have a wait list. So please call them at 866-316-9263 anytime from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and jump on their wait list. Do not feel like you have missed out on this opportunity. You will only miss out if you do not get your name on that wait list. Next, I want to talk to you about the Patient Advocate Foundation. The Patient Advocate Foundation, I'm telling you, these people are offering stuff left and right. They have really been a true godsend. Make sure you jot this number down, 855-824-7941. Choose option 1. This independent division of the Patient Advocate Foundation provides small grants to patients who meet financial and medical criteria. Grants are provided on a first-come, first-served basis and are distributed until funds are depleted. Qualifications and processes for each fund may differ based upon fund requirements. So patients who are interested in applying for financial assistance should start by calling the divisions, this particular division of the Patient Advocate Foundation's toll-free number at 855-824-7941, or you can register your account on their website. Now, the Patient Advocate Foundation also has a particular and specific COVID-19 emergency food assistance program. I'm telling you, the Patient Advocate Foundation, this nonprofit organization, is really about the business of trying to bless the community with what they need overall. So there are programs that are geared, like I stated here, the Patient Advocate Foundation, that they're doing just based on patients. It is not connected to COVID-19. So start off by calling that number and or going to their website and getting registered. This next program that they are offering is specific for COVID-19 Emergency Food Assistance Program. Now, Team Rubicon, in collaboration with the Patient Advocate Foundation, they announced this COVID-19 Emergency Food Assistance Program about a little over a month ago, but I just became aware of it. The program will provide assistance to immunocompromised patients living with cancer, multiple sclerosis, or rheumatoid arthritis whose ability to access or afford food and other nutritional needs is at risk due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So listen to me. Individuals who are immunocompromised, living with cancer, multiple sclerosis, or rheumatoid arthritis, whose ability to access or afford food and other nutritional needs that may be at risk due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this is the program that you need to apply for. It is the Patient Advocate Foundation COVID-19 Emergency Food Assistance Program. Who is eligible? Those patients with cancer, multiple sclerosis, or rheumatoid arthritis who experience difficulty accessing or affording food or other nutritional needs due to COVID-19, with eligibility established at the point of application. That is done in most cases. And then the Patient Advocate Foundation COVID-19 Care Help. PAF, or the Patient Advocate Foundation, stands ready to address those needs with stabilizing interventions intended to connect patients with the care and social needs resources necessary to ensure individual, family, and community safety. The Patient Advocate Foundation has delivered a multidimensional approach to supporting patients and their families who are impacted by or have been diagnosed with COVID-19. So if you need help, you have been diagnosed with COVID-19, you are the patient and or the patient's family members who have been impacted by this disease, you're going to contact COVID Care at 800-532-5274 and select option 1. Or you could request help through their online intake form at the link provided below. Again, remember, if you are unable to get all of this information jotted down, do not worry. It will be in the notes section when this show posts to our YouTube channel. Just go out to YouTube, type in the Live Today Show or the Live Today Foundation. You will find all of our recorded shows there, and in the notes section, these options will be made available to you. And again, if you want to know additional information simply about the Live Today Foundation, our partners who we connect with, and other additional resources that I'm not sharing with you right now during this show, you can go out to our website at www.live-today.org. Again, if you or family member or someone you know are in need of free compression garments to treat their lymphedema, whether it is the upper extremities or the lower extremities, shoot us an email at info@live-today.org and just let us know what you need. Now, back to our presentation. Then, like I was telling you, with the Patient Advocate Foundation, their COVID-19 care help, through the COVID care, Patient Advocate Foundation case managers provide patients diagnosed with chronic, life-threatening, and debilitating disease who are impacted by this novel COVID-19 virus, and those hospitalized for COVID-19 with timely and relevant information and education to questions and concerns patients and caregivers have about accessing and paying for care, managing basic cost of living needs like food, rent, and mortgage, utilities, insurance, and necessary transportation costs that have been difficult to manage due to the pandemic. The Patient Advocate Foundation is a connector, ensuring that patients and caregivers in need for practical support are linked to resources that can address these needs. Most importantly, the Patient Advocate Foundation provides emotional support by actively listening to patients' questions and fears, providing an empathetic, compassionate, and knowledgeable support to each person calling the COVID care. The program is available to any patient or caregiver who has a chronic, life-threatening, or debilitating health condition and have been directly or even indirectly impacted by COVID-19, as well as patients and their caregivers who do not have any underlying health condition, but have been hospitalized with COVID-19. Oh my goodness. So this is a bucket that includes everybody. If you have been in any way impacted by COVID-19, whether or not you are a cancer patient, even if you're not living with a chronic debilitating disease, but if you have been impacted in some kind of way, hospitalized due to COVID-19, you are in need of resources, emotional support, financial assistance, you need to contact the Patient Advocate Foundation COVID-19 Care Help. Again, this organization is on the move and is doing so much to help populations in need as we are managing and traveling through this whole pandemic crisis. Now, guys, like I stated, with the Patient Advocate Foundation, I want you to be prepared that you have the ability to get exactly what you need when you need it. But again, that resource will only be available to you if you act on it. If you don't act on it, it will not be available to you. I really hope that the resources that I have provided to you in today's show will in some kind of way impact your life or the life of a loved one. This pandemic has wreaked havoc in the world, but the impact on your life personally does not have to be as grave because there are resources out there. And I just wanted to have the opportunity to make these resources made known to you. And please apply for as many as you possibly can. Nothing states that once you get one, you're not eligible for another. So go through all of those resources. Jump on every wait list you possibly can get on because your life and the life of your loved ones may not necessarily be at stake, but why journey through this process with difficulty when you don't have to? It's difficult enough, but utilize these resources to help you out to get what you need. Again, I want you guys to know you can reach us at www.live-today.org by sending us and filling out a contact form. You can email us at info@live-today.org. You can follow us on all social media handles. I shouldn't say all. These are our fave. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at livetoday.org. That's livetoday, DOTORG. And you can also follow us and catch all of our pre-recorded shows at our YouTube channel. Just search The Live Today Show or The Live Today Foundation. It has been my absolute pleasure to be with you again this evening. I'm Dr. Cherie, your host of The Live Today Show. I want you to remember, be present, take charge of your life, and live today and every day. Thank you. Until next time.